So let's look at this side. It's pretty long. Want is, most importantly, to get rid of this little mullet effect. If it means, shape-wise, most importantly, if it means losing a couple inches, maybe like 2 to 3 inches, that's okay, because again, I wear my hair in a pineapple, so the back is gonna get stretched out anyways. I am literally like choking up, don't recognize myself. Like, hey friends, what's up? Same disclaimer as the past few videos. My radiators sound like a flowing river, so the sound that you hear is my radiator, and unfortunately I can't even tell when I edit these videos how loud the radiator is, because I hear it when I'm editing in the room, you know what I'm saying? So my apologies, thank you for bearing with me with that. Before we jump into the video, my shirt is from For Everyone Collective. I love the work that they do. I actually wish I had more of their stuff, so I'll link it down below. If you have been following my channel for over a year, then you'll know that I got the worst haircut of my life a year ago. And in this video, I'll be talking about what my hair is like now, how I've grown it out, etc. If you either started following me after that, or this is your first video of mine that you've seen, I got the worst haircut of my life last year. So I'll be talking about my hair now and what I've been doing to grow it out. So let me set the stage for you, okay? I got highlights in November 2022, and they fucked my hair up. I got my hair bleached, forgetting that it was dyed, because it was dyed my natural hair color. Or so I thought also. I now realize that my natural hair color is darker than it was. Anyways, so I got bleach on top of pre-dyed hair, and I also didn't realize how much work bleached hair is. I thought I have a solid hair care routine. It won't be that different. My hair was jacked. So I spent all of 2023 into 2024, and I think particularly the first half of 2024, I have quite a few videos about trying to fix the damage in my hair. And I had made a point to say, I think early 2024, I'm growing my hair out, right? Like I've gotten to, I think I had grown out like this much of the highlights or something like that. And I was like, all right, now I'm gonna grow my hair out. I'm gonna get to a point where I can just chop the bottom of the highlights off, and then I'll have a healthy new head of hair. But I was growing my hair out. My hair got pretty long by the end of 2024, and in early 2025, my life hit the fan. And I wanted to get a haircut just to make myself feel better, right? I'm one of those people, if I don't like my hair, just in like overall, right? Like with the highlights or something, like if my hair is damaged, not like if I have a bad hair day, but if I just don't feel good, haircut. Hindsight is 2020. Rather than wanting to cheap out and go to Ulta, I wish that I cut my hair myself. I wish that I had just cut my hair myself, because from my freshman year of high school until I found my style, so that's like 2009, 2010 until 2021 when I found my stylist, I was doing my hair myself. My hair was previously, actually, I always ask for the same thing when I go to the hairdresser, fun fact. I always ask for long layers. And so what that means is that the back of my hair is usually the longest part. And then I have some face framing up towards the front, but the front of my hair often looks shorter than it actually is because it's the tightest part of my hair. So let me just get this out the way now. Before I got my haircut, my hair was hovering around like here. It was a little bit past armpit length. And right now it's at armpit length. So my hair is not growing back. My hair is not going back in a year. And we'll get into it, but that's not for lack of That's not for lack of growth. That's because I've had to shape my hair. But so this is the longest part of my hair typically. The front is usually the shortest, but it's actually not that big of a difference. It's just that the texture is also tightest in the front. So when I went to Ulta, I'd asked the stylist basically to just trim up the bottom of my hair so that I would have a little bit more of a rounded, more balanced kind of shape. Somewhere the wires got crossed and she took that to me and let me cut off the back of your hair. Actually, let me just cut your hair in half. And I will say that I know people personally and on YouTube who only get their hair done at Ulta. Like their hairstylist is at Ulta. It's not to say like, oh, don't trust the hairstylists at Ulta. They're not real, nothing like that. Nothing like that. One person that comes to mind on YouTube who exclusively goes to the Ulta salon is Jaleesa Moses, who I've been following for years. And she's shown how her hair has gotten much healthier from seeing her stylist at Ulta. Hindsight's 2020. I wish that I just cut my hair myself. But essentially, the appointment was pretty good up until the haircut. My usual hairstylist cuts my hair right when I come in. She doesn't do it wet. So this was my first time, I think maybe in life, having a haircut on wet hair. But the person cut my hair wet, and it also made it kind of difficult to gauge. My dog's best friend lives next door, and so they both are very misbehaved. And so when one of them barks, the other one does. So I apologize for even more noise. So it's kind of hard to gauge anyways how much was even being cut off. And my last haircut before that, I had done myself, and I did it on blown out hair. I'm really good at cutting my hair curly. I'm not so good at trimming my hair when it's straight. So she told me my hair was uneven when I went in March. And I like believed it, but when she showed me, she like trimmed and then showed me the back of my hair and it was like this. And again, hindsight is 2020. I didn't do that to myself. My hair is uneven because you see how part of the curl jumped up. So let's look at this side. She said, well, if you want me to even it out, I'm gonna have to cut off like this. If you know me, you know, I have said on this channel, I do not do fucked up hair. I don't want my hair to be damaged. I don't want my hair to be uneven. If it is, please I'll just fix it, right? I'm not gonna hold on to having choppy hair or something like that. But again, I don't actually think that my hair was. And evened it out. My hair was really short. Like I walked in there, if my hair was straight, like silk pressed, if I walked in there with my hair like this, I walked out with my hair to my collarbone. That's like 6 inches of hair, like literally cut in half. Curly, my hair went from touching my shoulders, which again, I mean, we're getting there, we're approaching that, but it's still not as long as it was, to this. My hair looked like this last year. Like I said, I got that haircut because I had so much going on in my life that I was like, I want to do something nice for myself. And I also didn't want to do it myself. I was like, let me do something nice for myself and get my hair washed. Let somebody else scrub my scalp and trim the ends and whatever. I left that place in shock. And if you watch my videos from maybe like March until summer last year, 2025, I was being, I think, very generous to the stylist. I saw videos earlier this week of hairstylists talking about the trope of a jealous hairstylist is so played out and tired. And I was watching that video and I was like, was the person who cut my hair jealous? I don't know that that's the word, but I literally do not have an explanation for why that person cut all of my hair off. I do not understand that. My regular hairdresser that I go to, I can show her one picture and she just does it, right? And if I want to make a big change, she's like, you sure? Yes. This hairstylist had never met me before and just cut my shit off. So that's phase one. What led to the haircut, the immediate aftermath. I was just in shock. I was like, I couldn't even make a ponytail anymore. I could make a ponytail at the back of my head. That looks so pretty. I had said to her, I sleep with my hair in a pineapple, so I need the back layers of my hair to be able to reach the top. No. I could not do my hair like that. Like this, and my hair is freshly washed, so I'm not gonna stretch it out all the way, but this does fit into a bun. I don't think I could do my hair up like that until like maybe November. So time revealed itself to me also that not only was my hair very short, but it also was not even. I showed my family my haircut and I was appalled, and they were like, your hair is also really tight. Like if you straighten it, your hair isn't that so short. And so I realized like, okay, my hair isn't to here, it's to here. But when I blew it out, I realized that it was jacked. Like, I want to say it was like this actually, like it was not as if I had like a neat blunt cut and it shrunk up into like a curly frill, like how a lot of the girls have right now. So I've also never had a haircut where it looked good curly and then blown out, it was fucked. So I want to say that that was maybe the first time that I had to cut my hair. It was like in April, because I was like, okay, I want to feel like I have some length, but I can't wear it like this because it's so uneven. And even if I try to do something like a braid out, it's not sitting right because the ends are like this within the braid. So over the course of the next couple of months, I did several corrective cuts, quite frankly, cuts and also trims on my hair. I've mentioned this on my channel before, but I ended up at the end of 2024, so a couple months before I got this haircut, I was diagnosed with having fibroids. And so my health also really started to spiral out of control last year as well with regard to the fibroids. And so I got to a point by last summer where I was just wearing my hair in a shrunken wash and go, kind of like a low maintenance hair video that I just made, because I didn't have it in me to like manipulate my hair to even try to make it look good, right? Like I put a good shape in my hair so that when I did wear it shrunken, it looked okay. And that was the most that I could do. I mentioned the color as well. I was kind of sick of my natural hair color last year. And so the day after my wedding, I dyed my hair just one shade lighter, but I shifted it from being like neutral brown to copper. Did a horrible job, unsurprisingly. And so then I had to color it again. I think maybe like a week or two later. So I was rocking like coppery-ish hair in its shrunken state. And I also noticed last summer as well, and this is why I mentioned my fibroids, that my hair was coming out. Like I have very dense hair, and if I wear it in a wash and go, it's not like I'm taking the hair out every single day, like when it's blown out. So it's not unreasonable for me to lose a bit of hair when I wash it. But I've also had this hair my whole life. I know it's too much shedding. My hair was shedding. It was dry. It was brittle. I noticed a lot of what I thought was breakage up towards the front of my hair. And even though I had fibroids, I never got to a point where I needed like iron transfusions or something like that. My iron is usually really good, and so it was lower than normal, but I was never like anemic like other people. And I would try to explain that at the hospital. I was like, this is not normal for me. Just because it's in the normal range nightmares. I had surgery at the end of August. And then comes early October, like once I was, I was cleared to drive, I had my 6-week checkup, all of my blood work from that doctor came back okay. I was like, I need to fix this because I want to like just start over basically with my hair. So I made 2 appointments. I made an appointment with my general practitioner, and I also made an appointment with my regular hairstylist because I wanted to make sure that inside and out things were okay with my health and also with my hair as well, right? Because people say this all the time. If your hair is falling out, if it's thinning, if it's not, seems like it's not retaining length, you actually do need to get your blood work drawn before you start buying people's hair oil. I think I saw my hairdresser first. And by then, she's also very polite. So she didn't say, wow, your hair is jacked. She didn't have anything to say about the haircut. So I think I was doing okay, but I got my hair cut. Ironically, she cut my hair wet as well. But I got it blowed out when it was cut, and I asked for my long layers. So that was like 6.5 months between professional appointments. Since the end of October, or the beginning of October, I've only cut my hair once. I trimmed my hair last week. Went to my hairdresser and I was like, well, what about all this breakage? She was like, that's not breakage, that's new growth. I mean, bittersweet, I guess. Like, so I was correct in knowing that my hair was shedding an excessive amount, but she was like, these little short pieces, that like, I can tell it's hair growing in. I was like, honestly, your hair looks great. Your hair is super healthy. And I was like, shit, maybe I need to have my hair fall out and start over again, right? And she was like, I went to see my general practitioner. We checked my iron, we checked my thyroid, all of those things, and everything was okay. So I got what I wanted in feeling like, okay, this is like a reset. Like I know I have a good, even professional haircut. My blood work is all fine, etc. I think beginning of November, I want to say it was like beginning of November, I dyed my hair back to my natural color. This is my hair. It looks black. It looks black. But I don't mind. I don't even know why I dyed my hair copper because I know myself, and part of why I keep my hair dark is because I hate having roots. So I dyed my hair back to my natural color, which is like pretty, it's very dark, but it's very ashy as well. Like my hair almost reads like, not like blue, but there is almost no warmth to it. The thing funny that's happening is that I thought like, oh, this is a perfect match. It's not. No, I think you can see it, or at least I can see it. This right here is my natural hair color. Like I mentioned, my natural hair color is very neutral. It's not like super rich. You can see that this, like, you see how it's almost not shiny there? This is my natural hair color grown out. This part that's like, seems very dark. What I've been doing with my hair color is, since November, I haven't dyed it again. I use a color conditioner from Sally Beauty, and it's copper. And that just adds like a nice richness into my hair. Of course, it's disgusting and raining outside, but in the sun, my hair does have like a reddish tint to it now, which I really like. So as far as styling, and I had surgery and was able to recover, so I was doing better. I then was able to go back to more of like a stretched wash and go, wearing braid outs, just doing more hairstyles. And then also as the length grew out, I was able to like wear my hair up on top of my head again, because now let's look into the future, shall we? My goal for myself, I would love if my hair curly was like to here, because I've had everything in between. I've shaved my head before, and I do think everybody needs to shave their head at least once, because you come to see what hair means to you and how we cast judgment on others and such about our hair. So anyways, I've shaved my head before. I've had my hair very, very long. I haven't had my hair that long, maybe like 8 years or something like that. And I just know for myself, I like having long hair. And this experience taught me that I am more attached to my hair than I thought I was. Because again, also for what I was going through, like how people say a woman who cuts their hair is about to change her life. I didn't need that. Life was changing around me. I needed my like safety net, and I didn't have that. But yeah, so I want my hair to continue to grow out. I honestly, my plan as far as like trims and such, I probably will just trim my hair myself, and then maybe, I think what I've been doing for the last 2 or 3 years is going to my hairdresser like once a year to get it shaped and then just maintaining it myself. And so I might keep doing that, or hopefully get back to a point where I don't think I'll go back to when I used to see her every like 3 or 4 months when I had a bob. Also, my hair, part of why I want my hair to be long is because my hair grows too fast to keep any type of like really precise shape in it. Anyways, this is what we're working with. I think if you had shown me a picture a year ago of how I look today and said, it's okay, your hair will be back, I would have still been really upset, because a year is a long time, but also the older I get, the more I realize that a year really is not, it's not that long. So my hair is not where it was, but it's in a really good place. And it's been like 5 months since I got my hair shaped. So we'll see what it looks like by the end of the year, because the shape itself is good. I'm not so dedicated to growing my hair out that I'm gonna do like continuous updates based off of that bad haircut. I just wanted to make one for the approaching anniversary of D-Day. Let me know if you've had a bad haircut. I know one of my childhood friends, after I got this haircut, he commented and was like, bro, the same thing just happened to me and I'm devastated. And it made me, I'm upset for both of us, but it made me feel a little bit better that I wasn't being like superficial. Because there was a point in time where I wasn't attached to what my hair looks like. That was years ago. Let me know if you've ever had a bad haircut. Let me know if you have any questions. I've said this before, that my hair thankfully pretty much grows no matter what and retains length no matter what. The only time my hair doesn't grow is when I'm cutting it. And I did my due diligence. When I did have kind of a setback, I did my due diligence by going to the doctor. My scalp was also really dry and flaky, and I went through a bottle of dandruff shampoo, and now my scalp is back to normal. So I don't know what that was. I think it was something internal, or it was stress. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in my next video.